Hello guys, and welcome to Whiskey Wars. Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. And today I've got a rye and a bourbon to review, but they're more similar than you think. So it'll be interesting to see which is better. The Rittenhouse is a bottled in bond at 100 proof, so 50%. And the Wild Turkey 101 is slightly higher at 50.5%. The Rittenhouse is a low rye at 51% rye, 39% corn and 10% barley. The Wild Turkey 101 is a high rye bourbon. I forget the mash bill, but it's the rye content is relatively high. It won't be 50%, it'll be slightly less, but there'll be a lot of similarities between these two. So I'm interested to pit them against each other and see which flavours come out more dominant on either. Okay, straight away on the Rittenhouse, you're getting dried fruits, raisin. Smells like a bourbon, but there's rye spices in there as well, as you'd expect. So I'm getting dill, some mint in there as well. So relatively herbal. Not picking up nuts, which surprises me. Dill, mint. I think that's it for the herbs. The spices though, definitely clove, some nutmeg and a lot of cinnamon on here. Quite strong oak presence on here. But I would say the main note that I get from the Rittenhouse is a licorice. Now I don't mind licorice, but I know some people, it's a divider. Some people don't like it. The Wild Turkeys are actually a lot sweeter. Now if you have a Wild Turkey side by side with another bourbon, you're usually saying, wow, the Wild Turkey's really spicy, quite prickly, not very sweet. But against the Rittenhouse, it is a lot sweeter, which is surprising. Still your spices on there that you'd expect from a Wild Turkey. A little bit of rye spice. I get caraway seed, cinnamon, nutmeg and clove. Bit of a stronger nuttiness to the Wild Turkey. Maybe some hazelnuts and pistachios. But there is a bitterness to the Wild Turkey, and that compares nicely with the Rittenhouse because there's a lot of bitterness with the rye spice in the Rittenhouse as well. But certainly your caramels, your vanilla, your fudge, it's stronger with the Wild Turkey. Slight menthol on the nose for the Rittenhouse. Orange peel and stewed apples. Okay, to taste. Black tea initially. Quite strong raisin in there, which I wasn't expecting. Rye spices are quite strong. A lot of cinnamon up front. A little bit of clove. But not as much as on the nose. There's a real pleasant honeyed oak to this, a charred wood, but honey's there as well. Maybe some prune in there to accompany the raisin. That's really nice. The orange peel on the nose carries through on the taste. And there's a touch of cocoa on there. Wow. Wow. The Wild Turkey is stronger on the taste than the Rittenhouse, and by that I mean it tastes a slightly higher proof, but it's also a lot more prickly, which is surprising because it does have less rye in it and a lot more corn. There is a fruitiness to this. I'd say the stewed apples, apple pie note is a lot stronger in here than it is the Rittenhouse. There's no herbal notes to this that I was getting in the Rittenhouse, but still a lot of the same spices. Your nutmeg, your clove, your cinnamon, with a touch more nuttiness and less herbal. Going back to the Rittenhouse, I'm getting an aniseed on the taste that I wasn't getting before. And that's sometimes some of the what I like to compare two whiskies on this channel, especially two similar whiskies, because when you try whiskies on their own, sometimes you're picking up notes, but when you try it alongside another similar whiskey with similar notes, some of those notes can shy away and others can really develop and get stronger. And you can see of each note which whiskey carries more of it. A little bit softer, the Rittenhouse. Maybe it's that black tea. There's certainly dill in there. That's really nice. I'm tasting a lot of high rye spices that I get in a lot 40 or even a bullet rye, where you get the tea notes, you get the dill, you get mint. But I'm also getting bourbon notes, eucalyptus, but maybe a bit of caramel, menthol, brown sugar. It's Rittenhouse is quite a nice hybrid in that sense. That's really nice. Overall, I would say the Wild Turkey is a bit stronger in its alcohol. A bit more prickly, more cinnamon, more nuts. No herbal notes. You get a lot of herbal notes on the Rittenhouse, along with a black tea that isn't present on the 101. But they do share a lot of spices. Cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, orange peels. This is a tough one. If you've noticed, the Rittenhouse has a screw cap instead of a cork. I much prefer a cork than a screw cap. It kind of cheapens the overall bottling. But I know in America the Rittenhouse is far cheaper than it is in the UK, so that's probably why. If I was living in America, so to all American viewers out there, the Rittenhouse is the winner today. But since I live in the UK, I will tell you the prices that I get them for. I believe this is $20 in the US, but in the UK I got that for $35 on offer. It's actually £45, so maybe $60–65, which is quite expensive. The Wild Turkey is far cheaper. I got it for £26, usually around £30. So quite a bit cheaper than the Rittenhouse, the Wild Turkey. Same proof, roughly. And I do like the extra nuttiness that the Wild Turkey provides, even if you do miss out on a lot of herbal notes and black tea that is enjoyable. So today's winner, Wild Turkey 101.